So we're going to have a statement here, and it's going to be either red, green, or yellow, depending on how we feel about it. We teased this a little bit earlier, Pish. Weltman said that a lot of teams have been giving calls on Anthony Black, Tristan da Silva, Wendell, Goga, and Jonathan Isaac. A lot of these guys have value, and we've been getting calls on a lot of them. So we postulated what that could possibly mean. The statement is, Pish, 4 out of these 5 guys will be on the roster at the beginning of the year. Is this hit the brakes, go on through, or slow down?
Well, the purposes of the way we've worded the question here, I want to do whatever one says that I know that who the Orlando Magic are, and they don't like to make a lot of moves.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure that 4 of these 5 will be on the team at the start of the season. So I'm going to go ahead and green light this. I think that is true. In fact, I'm pretty sure all 5 of them are coming back, and I'm trying to make my peace with that. I don't love it, but hopefully he is trying to, like we said, maybe he's trying to button-hook some people into getting a little bit more for some of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I could see very easily it would make some sense to try to package a couple of those guys together. I really think they like them some AB and Tristan, and I like them too. Yeah. Those would be young pieces that it's hard to put a price on because you're not sure how good they could be.
Right.
But again, if we are getting those guys out and bringing in a couple of vets who can be scorers off our bench, because I'm worried about our bench right now. I don't love the way. Where's scoring coming from on our bench is my question to you. And so we need to find a way to get that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it's accomplished, but I don't think it's going to be whoever we draft at 25 overall. Could be wrong, but I mean, I don't think we're going to get somebody that low that is going to be a bench stud in year 1 or 2. So yeah, that's my take on it. What do you think?
I think I'm going to slow down. I'm going through a yellow light because I'm on the fence on this one. I very much could see, and I'm hoping that only 3 of these 5 are on the roster at the beginning of the season. I really hope it's not like last year, Pish, where we got Kenny and we're like, all right, good first move. What's next? And it was nothing. Yep. Nothing was next. Corey Joseph was next. That cannot be this year. Right. I think, that
would be great
for a number of benefits. However you want to rationalize it, Weltman, I think we need to make another move. Whether it is to, like you said, Pish, bring in some time-tested scorers for the bench. That's what you said you wanted to do, right, Weltman? Well, you got Desmond Bane. That's a good first chip. But who else could it be? Or if you want to say, hey, you know what? I overpaid Wendell last year on that extension. And there's an opportunity for me to send him over to the Lakers or who need a big. There's an opportunity for me to send him somewhere for an expiring deal or a couple lower paid guys, and we're just going to waive this one or however it is just to ease some of the tension on the salary cap. That's another legitimate reason to make a move. And I think, there's a lot of guys there's a lot of teams that could use some bigs around the league, and we do have a few good ones. And J.I., man, we just know something, right? Like the guy was supposedly healthy, quote unquote, but he played 15 minutes a game. I mean, it was very clear he was on a freaking minutes restriction, but no one was saying it. It was all this cloak and dagger nonsense and talk and no, everything's fine here. Look the other way. Well, then why the hell wasn't he playing? And I think some teams still may have in their mind, like some of us fans do, that J.I. is this potential defensive player of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, he hasn't been that for 5 years now, 4 years now, whatever it is. It's been a long damn time. And I think it's time.
He doesn't play enough to qualify.
That's true. Well, is it games or minutes? I think he might have got the 65 games. But
so
yeah. But, is there someone out there that's actually a better contract? Because after we just took that poison pill first year, we paid him a whole bunch of money. I think it was like $25 million last year, and now it's going down. Maybe there's a team that wants to take a chance on Jonathan Isaac, and we can get back an asset or a draft pick or something that we can use and then flip and turn around. I would really hope for some of those things. So, some more moves, and Jonathan Isaac and Wendell Carter Jr. would be at the top of my potential list.
I hope you're right, for the record. I would love to, but if I'm trying to predict,
yeah,
that's the only reason I made my pick. But I agree with you.
Yeah. And I think AB, now with Desmond Bain, who's more of a creator, can do some things. Like, there's going to be some interesting ways to stagger these lineups. And so I think we might get a further unlocked version of Anthony Black. I'm excited to see him in year 3. Tristan looked really good. He kind of hit a rookie wall year 1 towards the end of the season. But, man, he can do some Franz Wagner things as he's backing that man up. Can he take another jump?
He got
I know
less
he's
minutes down the stretch, too.
Yeah. Right. And
Mosley got into his I love veterans mode and was just like, fuck it.
Oh, Gary Harris, get out there and brick some threes.
He's no longer with the team. Yeah. See you,
great. Glad that we did that. I mean, yeah, that's the head scratching stuff. Would have been nice to see Tristan da Silva out there getting some more meaningful minutes, especially in the playoffs. But I like Tristan. I know he's an older player, and the knock on older players is they come out and they're 23, 24, talking about 23 and 24-year-olds as old as some type of crazy shit. But he's an older guy, and so the knock on them is, well, they're not going to have any more upside. That's who they are as a player. And I don't know, man. I mean, I've changed a shit ton since I was 24, and Tristan da Silva seems to have the work ethic to do it. So don't react too much to that, Pich. And
yeah,
I want to see more.
Better athletically, but okay.
No, yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. I'm really optimistic about Tristan da Silva. I want to see more of that kid this year. And who the hell knows what's going on with Jet Howard? Like, are we just going to keep him on our roster and continue to not play him? Is he a guy that we could see go out the door? I know he wasn't on the list that we're talking about here for Traffic Light, but that's a big question mark.
Well, that's what made what Wellman said so interesting, because he didn't say Jet Howard's name. He didn't say Moritz Wagner's name. Like, he didn't say Suggs' name. He didn't say a lot of other names. So it's like, well, why are you saying those names then? So you trying to say, hey, these guys are up for grabs or what? Like,